The reason I mention Islam is because they weaponized Aristotle and Plato and philosophy in order to attack Christianity. And then in order to seem sophisticated amongst our Muslim neighbors, Jews like Maimonides adopted for Judaism. And what they essentially came up with was cannibalistic monotheism. That only because you fail to conclude that God is this or God is that, or he's limited or not limited by this, that's the determining factor on whether you're validated by God. For a Muslim, the notion that God is one is everything. Why? Because their whole existence is to crap on Christians. That's it. You know, that's not how Judaism functions. I mean, Judaism is a lot more colorful. I mean, someone could come to the conclusion that there's 4 representations of the invisible God. I don't think they're violating anything, right? Except in a Aristotelian or Platonic like notion put forward by Maimonides. But it doesn't condemn anyone because of it. In Islam, it considers it shirk, right? Yeah, I mean, it comes from the Hebrew word shituf. But of course, shituf doesn't also appear in the Torah or the Talmud.
Shituf is like neighbor or like partner, no?
Yeah, partnerships, you know, but it's an idea that doesn't appear in the Talmud. I mean, it's brought down by Tosfos, and the Rambam, also mentions it. But in terms of, the Rambam doesn't have a commentary to the Talmud. Yeah, but Tosfos does, yeah.
I think it's Maimonides that says that people who say, like, we are coerced or don't have free will, he's very harsh. He doesn't answer the question. He acknowledges the problem of God's knowledge and having free will and ultimate knowledge of God, but he insults people that say, and for people who think we are predestined are fools and that God doesn't know the future, but he doesn't give an answer. But I don't think like the Rambam said.
He's ambiguous on these areas. I mean, the Rambam believes that you have full free will, but there's instances that show that he doesn't know the future. That God's. I think he talks about kohota teva, that what God knows is whether it's going to rain or not, or like if there's going to be an earthquake. But on whether you're going to do tshuva, there's a statement in Pirkei Avot that says that everything's under heaven but the fear of heaven. Meaning that God doesn't know like if you're going to repent. What he has power over is whether the sun's going to shine tomorrow, if it's going to be hot or it's going to be cold. So that's more the philosophical area that Maimonides is in.
So yeah, everything is in heaven except the fear of heaven. It's not that he doesn't know; it's that he doesn't interfere. I understand.
I know. Okay, I know that you're saying this, but you're saying it like it's a definitive explanation.